today I was just thinking that a couple years ago I made goals for myself, and at that time it really seems impossible. And even now I make goals for myself and it seems impossible. But I just want to remind myself that it is possible, because the goal I made 3 years ago, like, I accomplished them, even though at that time I didn't think it was possible. But I guess first time is you don't know what's going to happen, so you don't really think about whether it's possible or not possible, but you just did it. Like, even if you do believe in impossible, but like there's nothing else to do, so you never set goals before then, it would be the first time, so you're just trying it out. And many years ago when I set goals, I even though I know it was impossible for me to do all those things, but I just set goals anyway, and I just take steps to try to achieve my goal. And it really isn't a plan. It was just like step by step. It was just like, okay, before I can do this, I gotta do these. And before I can do this, I gotta do this. So it was like something very small. Start from something very small. So I just did that. And once you did that, then you can be able to do the next step. So, I already did these, so now I can do that. So it was just like step by step, and eventually, like, I did accomplish my goals. And when I did it, it was like, wow, I can't believe I did it. Like 1 year ago, I said I was going to do it, and I didn't have it, and then now I have it. So it was that was a very interesting experience. It was an amazing experience to experience something like this. So one of the things I did was I wanted to live in a van, and in order to do that, I have to buy a van. And buying a car at that time, to me, it was just something impossible. I just don't have money to buy a car. It's just like, how can you have money to buy a car? And it's like, it's never gonna happen. But I know that it's because I'm poor, and I just have to make money. So I just take steps to, increase my income. And then and I also have financial goals, which is at that time I was working at Panda Express, but I was only like they call it kitchen help, which is you just cut vegetable in workstations, and you don't really get to cook. And when you become a cook, of course you get paid more, but I wasn't a cook. So I set a goal for myself that, I'm gonna be a cook this year and get more pay. And then I also got a second job just so I can have more income. So because I want to buy a van, that's one of my goals. So in order to achieve that goal, you need more money. And therefore, you have to, increase your income. Which at that time for me, it was just get promoted, so you get more pay, get a second job, so you get extra income. So that was my plan. So I took a step to do that, and it happened. So I got a second job, and had more income, of course. I got promoted after very hard struggle. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort to become, that position, and work really hard. But once I get that, and then I finally have enough money to think about what I can actually do, which is buy a van, it becomes possible. So at the end of the first year, I finally have enough money. I was able to buy a van, and it was that was a good experience. I paid it off in full, just cash. I think it was like $4,000, and then I traded in my old car, which is I got it for $800, I think, which is not that bad, I guess. So it was like $3,200. Yeah, but my old car, the Toyota Corolla, is like completely like broken. It was like a very, very old car from 2001, and I drove it till it's like cannot be driven anymore. It's just everything's broken. Okay, so I used that car pretty much. I used it all I can use, and yeah, so I needed a new car, and finally I was able to buy a van that I wanted to buy, like the type of van that I wanted to buy. That was exactly the van I wanted to buy. I bought it. It was just paying full $4,000 plus whatever the insurance or whatever. Yeah, so that was a good experience. When it happens, I was very happy. I can't believe it. I did it. Okay, and I remember when I set goal to buy a van. So one of the steps is that to find the van that you wanted and find out how much, so you know how much you can save. So I went around and then I was looking at a bunch of vans with Michael, actually, run around and looking at vans. And of course, the van wasn't that expensive. It was just, a couple dozen. It wasn't that bad. But to me at that time, it was like a lot of money, so I can't afford it. So it was just like a fantasy. But then I just know that like if I wanted to do it, to take the first step, right, let's go. And I got it, and I went to this place and I saw the van. I was like, okay, I want this van. How much is it? And at that time they told me it was $4,000. I was like, okay, I will come back and buy this van for $4,000. So I left, and then after I, got more money and whatever I saved, and finally have $4,000, I went back there to say, hey, I want that van. It's $4,000 as the cash. And then he was very surprised because like, oh, this guy, he came in a while ago and he said he was gonna buy a van, and then after that he did come back, because a lot of people say they didn't want to buy it, but like I went in there the first time, I said I want to get it, and then I did went back to get it. So he was, that I think that made an impression on him. Like, oh, this guy, like, he said he was gonna do something, and then he did come back and say he did what he said he was gonna do. So yeah, it's not bad. So he was very nice to me. So that's my story. It was one example of my goal. So just to remind myself that it is impossible at the time that you're saying that it's impossible, but as long as you set goals and just take step by step, and then it will happen. And when it happens, you can't believe it yourself. Like I got that van, and I live on the van. I live in that van for a year because just to I want to save money. I don't want to pay rent, and of course now I pay rent and it's nothing to me. But at that time, I was poor, so like paying rent was something that like doesn't make sense to me. I was like, why do I have to pay so much money for me to live in somebody else's place? And they have to pay them, and they make money, and I don't make money, and that's not worth it. Of course now when of course I rent, and it's like normal, like of course you pay to live somewhere, but at that time I was so poor, so it's not something I wanted to do. decided that I don't want to pay rent. I want to live in my van, save rent. So I did. I lived in my van for a whole year. I didn't pay any rent for a whole year. So that was my goal, and I did it. The van was an old van, so it broke down after just that 1 year actually. So I lived in a van for that 1 year, and then after that, the van started to like break down, and of course I had to buy another car. But then by that time I was already making like, I guess like enough money to like, oh, I need to get another car. Okay, I'll just get another car. So like it was really easy. It was just like, okay, I get rid of this car. Do you have a car? How much? Okay, here, I just get the car. So that's that. So second time buying the car is like not a problem. That's because like financially I already became more like wealthy. So it was not a problem. Yeah, so looking back, it's really amazing because I was really poor. I was so poor. So even the money I have now, it was like so amazed to me that I have this much money. I was so poor. But the important thing is that this is one of those things that's like in life that's amazing, that like just decide that you want to do something, like it can happen. If you just take steps to do it, it can happen. So it will, and I don't know how to explain it. It will. Yeah, so that's for the record.